Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear viewers, welcome to a new episode of The Quran and Science. This is your host, Tamer Mumtaz. Welcoming our dear Professor, Dr. Al-Naggar, Head of Committee on Scientific Facts in the Glorious Quran, Supreme Council on Islamic Affairs. Welcoming our dear guests, Brother Mustafa and Brother Fuad. And today's episode is By the Sky That Returns. But before we continue with our topic, we'll listen to a recitation of the verse from Surah Al-Tariq, verse number 11.
By the sky that is given the capacity to return.
Professor,
Yes.
we spoke about the sky, and I hope that before we continue, in the episode where we spoke about the sky, you said that our solar system is just a small part of the sky.
A very tiny part of it.
A very tiny part of it.
Yes.
How do we know that this is the first sky? Or is it the seven skies? Who put the limits that this is the first sky and there is another sky? How do we know that?
In the name of Allah, our Creator, the Creator of the universe and of everything that's in it, I greet you all and your audience in our Islamic way. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah's peace, blessings and mercy be with you all. First of all, astronomers can only deal with what they see. And they only see a small part of the first firmament or the first sky. They don't see anything above it. So they don't believe in seven heavens or seven firmaments or seven skies. And as I said in another episode, unless Allah has told us that He has created seven firmaments, there was no way in front of man to investigate this or see it or follow it up. Because the universe is so vast, so immense, so complex, that we cannot see everything in it. We only see a small part of it. But stemming from the Holy Quran and from the teachings of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, I came to realize that Mecca is at the center of the universe. And the globe, the earth, is at the center of the universe. Let me first of all say, the globe is at the center of the universe. The seven earths are all included in our earth. And Mecca is at the center of the first earth. And being in the center, the whole globe in the center of the universe, so Mecca is in the center of the universe.
Okay.
In as much as the seven earths envelop each other, the seven firmaments or seven skies or seven heavens also envelop each other. The seven globes envelop each other. So how can we see them? We are right in the center, you see. So we can only see a small sector of the first firmament. And that's why secular scholars can only speak about what they see and touch and feel. And they speak about galaxies, galactic gatherings, constellations, groups of stars, and the like. You see, they describe what they see.
So with the scientists, there is only one sky.
They speak about, they don't even call it sky. They speak about the universe.
Okay.
And they imagine that this is everything. Yani they do not believe in anything that they cannot see. So the universe is so complex, so vast, so immense, that man being living on that planet, he can only see a small fraction of what's around him or around her. And that's why the Holy Quran usually encourages Muslims to ponder about the universe, look into the horizons around themselves, look into themselves. And there are a great number of verses in the Holy Quran that encourage man to meditate and think and ponder about the universe. Because looking into the universe, you can see some reflections on the qualities of the Creator. The greatness of the universe reflects on the greatness of the Creator. The orderly running of the universe reflects something about the power of the Creator, His wisdom, His knowledge. And that's why we cannot see our Creator. but we can see his creation, and we can conclude some of his supreme qualities from what he has created.
So that makes me think of a question.
Yes.
In the Quran, it is mentioned that stars decorate the lowest heaven. The
Yes.
lowest heaven is decorated with stars.
That's exactly
So
what
this is just,
this
does
is
this
an
have any
excellent point.
relation with what
Yes.
you're speaking with?
Indeed.
Okay.
This is a very, very good point. And I was coming to it. Because the Quran emphasizes that stars are the ornament of the first firmament alone.
Yeah.
Other firmaments we don't know. How can we detect them? And that's why astronomers work on stars. And so long they work on stars, they are in the first firmament. But
So
this is only
like,
from the
this
Quran.
is our proof that this sky is the first sky, because
Yes.
it is the
Yes.
only sky that is decorated.
With the stars and the satellites of stars. Yeah.
SubhanAllah. So by the sky that returns.
You see, this verse comes in Surah Al-Tariq. And Al-Tariq means the knocking star.
The knocking star.
Knocking star. And the surah starts by وَالسَّمَاءِ وَالطَّارِقِ, by the firmament and the knocking star. And early commentators on the Quran wondered what would be the knocking star. They said Al-Tariq is the knocker. And in the early days, all the big cities used to have walls around the city with big gates, and these gates would be closed at night, immediately after sunset. And anybody coming after sunset, he had to knock at the door. So in Arabic, At-Tariq means somebody who's coming late at night and knocking at your door, you see. So they said, what comes at night? They said stars. Stars appear at night and they disappear during the day. So they said, وَالسَّمَاءِ وَالطَّارِقِ. And then the question is addressed to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And any question addressed to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in the Quran is equally addressed to all his followers. وَالسَّمَاءِ وَالطَّارِقِ وَمَا أَدْرَكَ مَا الطَّارِقِ. What do you think At-Tariq is? You see? And then the answer comes, النجم الثاقب, the piercing star. Of course, at that time, nobody knew anything about stars. They thought all stars are alike. So they said it's an ordinary star. And the ordinary star pierces the firmament by its light. And this was quite good. No harm in that. But only towards the end of the 20th century, in the late 1970s, it was discovered that stars have got a life cycle. Stars are born, they have a youthfulness or a youth stage, they have a mature stage, they have an old age stage, and then they start exploding and dying into smoke. And as we said earlier, stars are created from smoke and they end into smoke. And this is a testimony to the might of the Creator, because we also are created from earth, and finally we go back to earth. And they said during the dying phases of stars, as a result of excessive temperature and excessive pressures, matter at the core of the star is condensed. And the result of this explosion of a supernova is what we call a neutron star. And the neutron star is so compact, so condensed, that the electrons in the orbits of the nuclei of atoms, which carry a negative charge, meet the proton at the core, which carries a positive charge. So they become neutralized. And that's why they call them neutron stars. Neutron stars are small-sized stars. The diameter does not exceed 20 kilometers, 18 to 20 kilometers. But they have a fantastic density, a density of around 1 billion tons for a cubic centimeter. And because of this, they revolve around